What's up, guys? Nifty the Ninja here, bringing you an updated build. It's similar to my old one, the Venator, but it's got some changes to it. I'm calling this build the Ninja because it's very sneaky. It hits like a truck, single target DPS. I'll be showing you PvP and PvE variations like I did with my last one. Anyway, without further ado, let's go into skills. Start with skills first. I'm running dual wield and bow still from the last one, but I've changed a couple of armor sets. Well, one armor set really. So on my dual wield bar, I've got X is Camo Hunter. I use this because it gives me more crit, and against undead and Daedra it hits like a truck. I've one-shot a couple of people using Camo Hunter and Focused Aim just because they were a vampire. Anyway, on my Y I've got Vigor, which is good self-heal. B, and it heals allies around you, which is also handy. On my B skill I've got Mass Hysteria. This is a must-have for PvP. It just sends them running away and lets you, burst them down while they're running, unless they break free. But other than that, it's fine. My left bumper is Surprise Attack. That's my main spammable DPS. It also reduces their physical resistance and activates the Shadow Barrier passive, giving me more physical and spell resistance, as well as reducing their physical resistance. And then I've got my Gap Closer on right bumper, which is Ambush. I've tried other gap closers using a two-hand and stuff, one-handed shield, but in my opinion Ambush is the best. It may not hit the hardest. I don't know if it hits harder than crit charge, but I don't know. But the main bonus is the fact that it gives you Empower, increasing the next damage of your next attack by 20%, which is always really, really handy. And then for the ultimate I've got Soul Harvest. As you can see, it deals just over 10k damage, and also only costs 50 ultimate and reduces their healing, and when I kill people I gain 10 ultimate just from killing them and having it slotted. So that's bar 1. Onto my bow bar, we've got on X, we've got Double Take. Gives me, movement speed, major evasion, and major expedition. That's really handy. Good to get away. And if you combine that with the bow dodge roll and sprint away, you run like Sonic on crack. Seriously, you run super fast. And then I've got Vigor on this bar as well, because if I'm caught out on the wrong bar, I've got the heal on the same on the same button on both bars. And then we've got Dark Cloak on B. This is again another must-have for PvP, because it removes damage over time effects. The only thing it doesn't remove is the mark, which is the next ability. This will also activate Shadow Barrier, so it will make you a bit more tanky for a couple of seconds. And then my left bumper, I've got Piercing Mark, which is the ultimate counter to us Nightblades, and that means they can't cloak basically, and if they die while it's activated, you get a heal of about 40% of your max health, so that's really good too, as well as reducing their physical and spell resistance. And then on right bumper we've got focused aim, 10k damage. Combine that with Camera Hunter, hits like a truck. And then now you could put, there's multiple ultimates you could put here. I'm using Soul Tether right now, but if you wanted to do more damage you would put Flawless Dawnbreaker. The whole point of this build is to deal as much damage from sneak as quickly as possible. So I'll go into a couple of combos that I use a little bit later. Anyway, yeah, if you wanted to do more damage you would put Flawless Dawnbreaker or even Meteor, because that thing hits like a truck and it's just fun to use. Right, so that's the skills. Onto gear. Now I changed my gear up a little bit from the last video. I've gone still got the 5-piece Hunding's Rage. Just try for weapons. But I've gone for Night Mothers instead. So basically what I've got is 5-piece Hundings, so boots, legs, arms, waist and chest. And then I got Helm of the Night Mother because it gives you extra crit, and obviously I've got 2 daggers of the Night Mother, so that gives me more weapon damage and more crit. Then I got Bow of the Night Mother to give me the 2-piece bonus. Then on my shoulder I've got Molag Kina Pauldron, so I'm basically running 5 medium, 1 light, 1 heavy, due to Undaunted Metal. But when I get it I will be running Bloodspawn shoulder here, because I want the extra stamina recovery. And then on my jewellery I've got 3-piece agility, robust on 2, healthy on 1, weapon damage enchantments on all of them, weapon damage on 1 of the daggers, because on my previous video I had weapon damage on both daggers for the enchantment, and I'm pretty sure they cancelled each other out, so I think someone left a comment saying something about it, so I changed it up. On my second dagger I've got Absorb Stamina, helps with, you know, getting resources back, and then I've got Absorb Stamina on this one as well, so that when I hit them it gives a chance to give me my stand back. But yeah, that covers it for gear. For enchantments I have 1 health, 2 health, and the rest stamina. I've got divines and infused on most of my gear, so I've got divines on most things, but the stuff that I haven't got divines I've got infused, so like chest, boots, the rest is divines. That was the trait that I got the shoulder in, so hopefully if I get another shoulder I might use that instead if I get a better trait, but until I get it I want the Bloodspawn, and I'll keep it like this for now because it hits like a truck. That covers that. On to champion points. Champion points I've got 52 into Warlord, reducing my stamina cost of spells and abilities by over 10%. And then I put 15 points into Magician to help with Magicka sustain, because of the food I run I have quite a low Magicka pool, so I put some points into Magician to reduce the cost of my abilities, so I can, you know, cloak that 1 extra time that could help me get away from a fight, you know. Anyway, so that's that one, and then I've got 30 into Mooncalf to help with stam recovery, and I want the Synergizer passive. I've got 1 into Tumbling. I'll put more into there when I get it. Onto the blue one, got 78 into Mighty, 10 into piercing and 10 into precise strikes. So I hit harder when I crit. I ignore armor by 5% and 5%. I might put some more into here a little bit later, but I just want to get that up to 100 first. Onto the orange one. I'm actually a vampire, so I'm actually stacking points into elemental defender. But if you're not a vampire, I would recommend splitting your points between these two. Quick recovery and maybe medium armor focus. Now the only reason why I've got so many into elemental defender is because it will cancel out the flame down, the flame impediment for being a vampire. So when I get 2 more points into there, that's what will happen, because I'm only taking 0.4% more damage, fire damage, than normal, which isn't too bad, but I don't have anything into anything else. And I also want to try and get the Unchained passive, because it will obviously when I break free from anything, stamina cost of my abilities is 80% less, so that's really handy. So when I get that, that'll be good. That's the PvP side of it. For things like PvE and Maelstrom Arena, I haven't actually beat Maelstrom Arena yet, but I will try it again soon. But yeah, for PvE, it's slightly different. Where is it? Rally. There we go. Let's go. Yeah, that. Keep it like that, and then I'd have ice comment there. Okay, so this is my PvE setup, just because Rally is such a good heal. It's almost identical. The only thing that changes are these 3 skills. I switch out Camo Hunter for Killer's Blade, Vigor for Rally, because Rally is actually a better heal than Vigor, but I prefer the crit, and I remove Mass Hysteria and put Relentless Focus, because that thing hits like a truck. Anyway, so, and then on the bow bar I've got Ice Comet instead of Soul Tether or Flawless Dawnbreaker, Arrow Barrage, Caltrops, Siphoning Attacks, Vigor on this bar, so I've got a heal on both bars, and Double Take. So the main trick to PvE for a Nightblade, the best trick I found, is to combine all 3 of these abilities. So those 4 abilities, I should say, if you count the ultimate. So what you do is you throw your Caltrops down, activate Siphoning Attacks, activate Arrow Barrage, bar swap, and then just single target all of them down using Ambush Surprise Attack. And then if you're using keep Siphoning Attacks up and Caltrops down and Arrow Barrage, all the damage over time effects that are on this back bar, you should never run out of stamina. I hardly ever run out of stamina on in PvE. If the healer throws shards as well, I definitely never run out of stamina. Right, so that's the PvE side of it. This is doing me quite well. I've made it to Arena 4 in Maelstrom Arena using this exact build. I might switch out Meteor for Soul Tether or Veil of Blades depending on the round, but yeah, if you wanted, you could run the exact same build, like two-hand bow with Camo Hunter, Mass Hysteria, but instead of Vigor have Rally, and then do it that way. That also works, but I prefer dual wield because you have ridiculously high crit. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Let me know what I could do to improve my videos, any tips, anything that I might have missed, leave a comment in the video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Nifty out. Peace.